Hello, welcome back to Room to Grow. We're into what appears to be challenge levels in the mountains now. So yeah, last episode we stopped at level D. Let's go into level E and see what it's like. I think after that there's 3 more on the next page. Ooh, okay. We have okay. So here we already have 2 cacti on our goals. I need to push these in. Okay, there's no way to move my body down. But I can't... Well, I mean, it's possible to do that. Use my tail to push in something. But I don't know how I'd be able to do it twice. And I can't create like a middle prong, for example, to push up this middle piece. Ah, but... would that mean that I would be able to create sort of like a corner here to push up instead? Maybe. And then I use my head to push this in. I feel like using my head to push this in is the only way. I can't move any of these cacti upwards. Because if I do, there's like 0 possibility they're coming back down. Moving left and right is also definitely not a possibility. I can't multi-push. I mean, is there any reason I could like sort of... How do I touch you after that, I guess? Because I know that once I do this, I'm actually legitimately stuck. Like, let's say I did this and that. I find it difficult to... Honestly, I find it difficult to move my cactus around. I find it difficult to like create a hole for me to re-enter and push this in. Because once these guys are in the way, basically there's no way to get them out of their places. I can't push up to move these down. Maybe this? Ah, okay, I see. Yeah. So with that, I can move my tail here to push like this. So yeah, okay, this should be fine, right? Yeah, there you go. Nice. Alright, and that's level E. Alright, let's move on to the other letter levels. I think there's 3 more. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this requires me to start from 22? Or 19, I forget. It's one of the two, like from the last time I tried. Oh, yeah, I have to press enter to select. The idea is to split off here. This head points upwards, this head pushes up. Oh, okay, that means I start at... no. I think I start at 22. But not really, I don't actually remember how to do this. I want to do this, and then... I've forgotten how to do this already. Yeah, definitely not how to do that. Let's go back. If I put my head here instead, that's better. I forget what to do next. I think I need to push. Yeah. Push a bit more. No. Like that. That's better. Okay. Alright, F, G, and H. Let's see what these are about. Do we have any splitting? Yes. Okay, so challenge levels with splitting involved. This cactus is already on its goal. I can push this up by 1. So it seems like what I need to do is get my head to this area, and that's about it. But surely it can't be that simple, right? Yeah, I see the problem is if I try to do this and move myself across, I'm gonna accidentally push you out of the way, which is bad. Maybe when you move my... Yeah, maybe when you move this guy out of the way sufficiently. And you push down, and then over. Ah, that looks horrible. I think I need this guy to make ample progress as well. So both of you will like crawl forward simultaneously. That doesn't look very good. How about this? Also seems really bad. Oh, wait, this seems a bit better. The head's in the right place now, but I feel like there's still a problem. Which is now that, quite obviously, part of our body's blocking the way. But it's kind of close. Maybe I didn't go that far. No, it's bad if I go that far. I need to have, I think, less... Yeah, I need this guy to not be this far forward, I think. Oh, no, careful. Wait, no, I need to be even further forward. I need this line to not be here, actually, I think. But how do I do that? Isn't that forced? Well, it's forced. Maybe not. That looks bad. So yeah, I feel like the main goal is pretty much still to get a hit over here to this corner. I don't quite see how though. Yeah, like this I think this idea strip does not work. I'm fairly certain this is right. I'm fairly certain there must be some number of this kind of push. Because I need to push down, followed by a number of pushes this way. I don't quite see how to proceed though. Like, isn't this the furthest I can do? I feel like it would be nice if, like, this looks pretty good. If the cactus was down here, i.e. if it were here, that would be nice. I do see the big problem, which is that I'm gonna accidentally cradle this guy while doing this. But theoretically, that seems good. Theoretically, I also gain an extra degree of freedom, as you can see. This line, this wall that I've created is a bit further than necessary. So maybe with less distance I can do more interesting things. Now that I've only needed to push twice here. There needs to be a down move of you though, which is like difficult, I would say. Because the down move is bad. Like, I can't... This down move is going to push the cactus out of the way. So, like, what has to happen is this line over here has to be moved over first. Which I feel like is difficult. This guy's always going to be in the way. Like, no matter what I do, this part of the body is always going to get stuck against this. So unless I move it out of the way like this, I can't push the cactus to the right. But how else can I do this? I mean, there's no way this is the first move. I need a branch. I think we've already talked about this before. To cross a gap like this, you definitely need a branch. You need one hit to enter this area, and you need another hit to do the pushing. So you definitely need a branch. Which means that this is a failure. I have to start by doing this. What is the music, but I don't know if you can hear the music. The background, I wouldn't say percussion, but like there are like chords in the background that sound like squeaking basketball shoes. I wonder what that sound is coming from. I'm not sure. I can technically bring up the music. I'm not sure if turning up my volume actually turns up the volume for the viewer. I've kind of had that question for a while now, just on a quick tangent. I have no idea how like the audio capturing in OBS works. Anyway, so yeah, that was the main problem that I am having. This is the main problem I'm having. This head kind of needs to crawl down to here, ideally. So like here looks great, but no it's not. Because I'm gonna push this along with me. Although I realize, hold on, if I have one more degree of freedom, a line down here would never actually push this out of the way either, right? So crawling simultaneously like so would be good. Yeah, this one extra degree of freedom lets me have an extra line here. Perfect. Oh, that's very nice. Can't believe I mentioned it, I never used it. That 1 degree of freedom. Alright, G. Okay, interesting. So it looks like this cactus needs to go down, this cactus needs to go up by 1 and then be pushed over to the left. Okay, both pushes seem possible. I see a branch probably necessary to do this. So I need one branch to push the... Sure. I feel like why not I push down like this? That's gonna cause a down push on this cactus, which I don't like. Maybe I need to start by pushing this way first? No. How about I go down here first? Doesn't seem good at all. Yeah, because I can't push over. If I had a line down here, right? This line's always gonna get stuck against this hedge once I push down. Look at that. I'm not sure what that really is implying. Also, I have 2 actual choices for branching here, which I think is fairly interesting. I do know that technically, if I could get a hit down here, I could also push left first before pushing up. No. Well, if I create a line like that, that seems bad. I feel like what I need is a line here, i.e. this. But at the same time, if that line were to push against this, how is any hit gonna get here to push up? Like, let's just say, like, very quickly, how is a hit ever gonna get here? Maybe a double push is fine? This doesn't look good at all. A double push is horrible. But I'm also wondering, like, a hit facing downward here seems good actually. So almost like this. So the idea is by pushing this way, yeah, but you can see that my body blocks. But like if I did this, I actually push up theoretically. So like if a hit were to go down here, that would be nice. I don't see how a hit can do that though. I suppose if I push left twice, No, because I can't push left again. Seems interesting. If I start by pushing down first, is there ever a case where I can get a downward facing hit here? Seems unlikely. Then my other option is this. Those are my only two options for branching. Oops. I mean, there's no way this is good. Oh, wait. There you go. I need to move the head down. Wow, okay. And finally, H. Okay, a single cactus. A single cactus requiring an up push, so essentially what I need is this. Okay. I have two options for branching once again. This is one, the other was the one I just showed. So I need a line segment here, and I need something else here. Line segment here, but if I could crawl down like and leave a gap here and in this corner, I could push up fairly easily. I see the problem is that like if I try to crawl down like this part of the body is gonna very clearly crash into that. And it makes no difference whether I do this or the other one. Again, branching is necessary because I need to cross a gap. We figured that out. Okay. Well, I mean, another way to do this is just to kind of wrap around like this, right? I can see that this head is always gonna get stuck in this hedge over here, which I think is the main problem. So this is not valid because of this part of the body, and I feel like there's no way to avoid that, because I already start here. It looks interestingly like I can start by first pushing down. I feel like that might be interesting. Though not really, because then this part of the head gets stuck. I really should get used to the idea that if something is stuck against if something is stuck from going one direction, the only way to sort of save yourself is by like maybe doing this. If I could push one more to the right here, that could unstuck me. No, okay. I mean, there's very few locations I can actually push here. Like, I'm actually bounded in all four directions by something. That feels kind of bad. So that's our main problem, huh? Is to get this line segment out of the way. Right now, this guy can't do anything useful. So I have to do this. Maybe you can grow somewhere preemptively. I don't actually see the vision. Yeah, you hear that noise? It sounds like sneakers or something. Yeah, I can't even push down because this part is already... I can't avoid this part from having something either, so I can't really avoid pushing. Yeah, there's no way. Although, let's say I did this. No, then I can't push over. I'm hoping maybe I can create like this L shape here. I don't quite see it. Yeah, I don't quite see the L shape occurring. What am I doing here? like, yeah, this head is always going to exist. This head is always going to have to move this way, I think. This looks horrible. This looks like way worse, actually, because of this line now, yeah. Bad. So I'm fairly certain this head goes this way. So there is always this line that's going to exist, and I can never actually get rid of it. Oh, this line is a problem, isn't it? So the actual way to get around it is to do this. And now I technically should be able to push far enough. Or far enough, but still not enough to push up, because this guy is now in the way. I'm not quite sure if I could have done anything about it. Yeah, if you look at like relative positions, this line segment is always going to have this pot like all the way down here below the right corner. So if this line were to move far enough here, this pot is always going to exist here, and that is not something you can change. And going back is definitely not a possible thing. This line is always going to get in the way. So is there a reason I need to start by actually doing this? To move the pot further down? Oh, well, okay, I've seen that this is a problem, but by pushing this way, it becomes less of a problem. Yeah, this works. Wow, okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's really good. Alright, and I think with that, we should be done with every level. So doing this should bring us back into the overworld, and we should have all 31 levels complete. That is right. Okay, we have time, so let's kind of just sneak into the next area. The desert. This is the real place that we've always wanted to be. Alright, yeah, desert is up there. Let's see what's up here. Okay, long cactus to begin. Level 1. What new mechanic are we going to... What is this, a half step? It's a half step. Oh, this cactus isn't aligned. We have to align it by a half step. Wait, so like this? Oh, that's weird. But I do want to know that, like, when I did this... Oh. Yeah, I don't push a half step. You don't align yourself to the next grid point. You move one forward. Is that because I moved one forward? Maybe, because like here if I move half forward, you also move half forward. You don't push into this part of the cactus. So what, pushing is... the pushing of a cactus is equivalent to how much you move? I guess. So now I need to move by half. But what is this? This moved me 1.5. This is 1. Yeah, you can kind of tell by how much this line segment moves. It's a bit hard to see by this line segment, but the perpendicular line segments will help easily. So yeah, I can see that this line over here moved over 1.5, which is why this push, I guess because this line is longer, counts as a 1.5 move. So this should be fine. Oh, that's really weird. I thought the original concept of like off the grid point was already confusing, but now we're moving between on and off. Yikes. Okay, so here's a half move. Here's a 1.5 move. All vertical moves are still 1, it looks like. Yeah, and you can tell by like the line between grid points, I guess. Even the one that kind of goes off the grid. Okay. So I need to push here, but I see that like my pot is going to be in the way. It looks like I want to use my tail to push this in. But I'm going to need... sort of like slide around maybe? What do I want here? Like my tail's going to be in the way, it's going to hit this corner, isn't it? So I need to move my tail? But that's weird. That's not right. Like, what is this half step doing? Oh, maybe I do this and then use my half step to push in. Ooh, okay. That's kind of weird, but I think it works. I do know this half step kind of needs to not move this much. 1.5 is too much. Is it possible to do this? No, I get stuck. This half step is moving a bit much. Yeah, I think I need this half step. I could theoretically try and get a whole step in, but I don't think it's possible. Yeah, because like if you look at like the subtle, can I turn on high contrast? Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, you can sort of see the lines here. How do I describe this? This curve where every length is 1 will take up a 2x2 box. And as you can see from here, it's impossible to like squeeze in a 2x2 box. You're always gonna hit this corner or this corner. So what I think is gonna happen is that I definitely need this. And since I definitely need that, I'll need to squeeze in this hole. I need to shift you across by exactly 1 grid point, half a grid point actually. So it looks like what I need is 1.5 in this direction, followed by half in this direction. Maybe this? Ugh. But now there's no way to get back. So maybe I need to start by going half first? Then going... No, wait, what? How is this so difficult already? Like, the problem with this is that I can't push back. Yeah, but I'm very certain since this needs to move left by a half a grid point. Our only horizontal moves are 1.5 and 1 here, so like it has to be 1.5 this way and then 1 in the other direction. Like this is definitely true. I need to move here next. I cannot move up beforehand because this is going to hinder this thing or this poker that will push in. So I need to make the poker first, and this is going to be the only thing at this level. Anything else will block the way. So this is all forced. I have 2 options here now, actually 3. This looks extremely unproductive. I feel like this is good. But at the same time, this part of the body is also going to get stuck, unless I can find a way to move it out of the way. Which is why it looks like this might be better. But it really isn't. Because now I'm stuck. Maybe this? Oh, yeah, there you go. I don't know how I missed that. I think what I was trying to look at is I kept looking at this push to get the tail out of the way. So like you saw, I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to use this to move this corner out of the way. A much more logical option is to use this to push you out of the way. And that's what I missed. Okay. Alright, I don't know how much more I can handle. Okay, it looks like this is 1.5, so logically the cactus also moves 1.5 up. Okay, 2 1.5s seem good enough. Well, okay, let's see. This needs to move how many grid points away? 1, 2, it needs to move 3.5 grid points away. So what it looks like is actually it's gonna be 2 grid points followed by 1.5. And then 1.5 this way? Yeah, that works, okay. That looks very unintuitive, but it worked. Sure. Level 5. Okay, so horizontals are 1.5, verticals are 1. This needs to move 1, 2, it needs to move 3, which I do know is exactly 2 times 1.5. This is definitely incorrect though. Vertically though, also needs 3, but my pot is never gonna let me push it down 3 times. So what I think I'm gonna need to do is actually do this first, push it down manually while it's on the grid point, and then push over. Wow, oh my goodness, look at this cactus. It's so close to itself. That's so ungrid-like. Alright, level 6. Let's try and do all of these. Oh! Okay, this grid is weird. Okay, there's no up and down pushes, so I need to be pushing this vertically by myself, manually with my head. Okay. Well, then you need to definitely start with a non-integer push mount. So like, I need to do this. Yeah, but my body's in the way, so I guess I need to start by doing maybe this. That was kind of bad. Can't really escape. But if I did this, I could escape. Oh, okay. I can wrap around and push down. Okay, perfect. Wow. Again, so ungrid-like. Alright, that was weird. Level 7. Okay. That's too far. I need... Well, again, I need half a push. So I need to push one here and then one here. Looks like. I definitely need to start by pushing down. So how many ups do you need? 1, 2. You need 3 ups. That's logical. I can push down against this 3 times. Yep, very logical. Here's a question. What if I started by doing this? Well, how am I gonna pull it back? I feel like there definitely needs to be a start doing this. This is bad, isn't it? Yeah. I have to start by doing this though. Is that not right? But how do I wrap around you and then push over? Do I need to push in now so I can wrap around? Like, that looks bad. That looks really bad. Is there any chance I can do this? That doesn't look good either. It looks like there's enough push though, so like, maybe I just need to push up like... no, I go upwards too much. Yeah, this up push doesn't do anything. I can theoretically push up 3 times, so like every single up push needs to advance this cactus up by 1. But since this already exists... Okay, here's a question. Every up push needs to advance you up by 1, right? But will a manual up push account for a loss of 1 push here? Like, for example, if I did this... Well, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I mean, I want to do that, but clearly that's not good enough. Like, I don't see any other good way to start besides this. I mean, I could do this, but then like... I mean, the pushing left and right... It's kind of difficult to mess around with. I guess not impossible. But yeah, once again, we've kind of already messed up a lot. Push up. Maybe I push up again, then this? Is that gonna give me enough space? No. Because what I need to do after this left push is I need to push up again and then get this out of the way, which allows me to push right. Okay, this works. No, it doesn't. I need to do this so I have enough space here. This should work. Okay, I wanted to figure out if I can like sort of explain this. I'm kind of thinking about resources here. I have a limited number of up pushes. I have 3 up pushes. Any more and I get stuck. So I need to use those up pushes very, very prudently. We know that an up push will also help us to get like the body out of the way. So like here, if I did this, it wouldn't work because this cactus is in the way of this rock. I guess we're dealing with rocks now. I thought it was hedges, but no, it's rocks. So I need to use an up push to get you out of the way, right? So now this push is valid. I also need a second up push to get you out of the way. Like that. Where did the third out push go? I think the third up push is this one. That's just necessary, I guess. So yeah, why not? I hope I explained that decently enough, but it's simply about juggling resources. That should solve the puzzle. Alright, that was tough. And we still have 1 more to go. Let's try level 8. Oh no, it's something very similar. This time it's actually basically identical, except we're missing this line here. I feel like... Wait, what's the difference? I feel like there's another difference that I'm missing. The cactus is much closer to the other one. Like here... Yeah, here the cactus is shifted down by one half step. So my question is, what difference does that make? What am I doing? Wait, okay, hold on. Sorry, I completely forgot what my solution for 7 was already. It's, okay, prudent thinking. I need to start by doing this first. Up. Space. Over. Space. Over. Oh, I actually spent an extra move, I think. Oh, up here first. Push. Up. Space. Okay. So that required this wrapping around, but the wrapping around is clearly impossible in the 8th level. So no wrapping around, there must be something else here. 1, 2... Oh, you still need to move up. The goal's been pushed down by 1 as well. Okay, is there a reason to say that this is maybe a good idea now? Yeah, like, this is fine now, right? So I simply need to push up twice and push over. Yeah, okay. This was what I was trying to do before in the 7th level. It didn't work. I guess this 8th level actually does. Alright, so with that, we have completed the first section of this new world. It's pretty fun so far, but I think my brain will kind of break moving on from here. I wonder what new stuff they could add. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Okay, here's another question. These lines, have they always been on normal grid points? They're now like non-integer, obviously. This is 1, this is 1/2. Have they always been just singular integer grid points? Wow, they have always been. They've never been half grid points before. Well, I only look at that snapshot, but yeah. Yeah, wow, that's impressive. I can spam the forward button. Anyway, yeah, I guess, let's stop here. So yeah, next episode we'll move on and see what the rest of Desert has for us. Until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.